good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Turn on my lights so you guys can actually see me when it starts to get a little bit darker. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the DK19 channel, where we're back now. So it's time for some D&D, and it's a Sunday, which means it's the turn of the Sunday Wolves. We don't have a full roster on today, as Oro is moving house, which makes him slightly unavailable. I've just realised that I've got one of my widgets has not loaded properly, or has it loaded and is just being weird. No, it doesn't appear to have actually loaded. Give me a sec. But yeah, so we're back. We're here. It's time for some D&D. There you go. That's where it is. Because the widget is just a bit odd. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be a pain now. And try to move yourself slowly. I don't move yourself slowly, move yourself quickly. There we go. And because it is Sunday, I'm joined by a wonderful collection of people. First amongst those...
We've been upgraded, we're not reprobates anymore.
Well, I mean, it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. The first of the list, starting top left there, would be Dusan Revo. But I don't know if Grav's back from sorting himself out of coffee. Are you back yet, Grav? He does appear to not be back. But we have got Anakis, who is played by Kev, of Unknown Soul fame.
Hello there, guys. How we doing?
Jesus, high energy.
We don't... It's because he's been spending the day with accessible people. We don't have Oro, so I'll be taking control of Perry for the purposes of this session. And if if Oro is able to be free during the session, then he's going to come in and join us because as I said before, he's moving house. But we have got. Are you ready? Are you ready, Shadow?
No. Do it anyway. I'm sure I'm going to fuck up one way or another.
We've got Azra the Bard, who's played by Shadow. That'll do.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey!
And
feel right. Hang on. There you go.
last but not least, we have Marcus, who's played by Mickey. Say hello,
Hello
Mickey.
there.
Now,
Grab's back.
Grav's
Grab's
back.
back.
Grav is back. It's fine. No, it's not like I told you I'll start the timer or anything.
I can't play the yay. I can't play the yay for Grab coming back.
Oh yes, the yay! So last session that we were here, we weren't here last week because there was meant to be an event, but various things happened, and I ended up not going to it, but other people did. But yeah, so it was an event last week, which meant that certain people weren't available, so we didn't run a session.
It was fun.
I'm glad you had fun. Genuinely, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I need to go. I still haven't gone back over your last stream and looked at all the gear that you got. So I do need to do that when I get a chance.
There's a shit ton, man. Have fun.
Yeah. It did seem to be like the lion's share of your stream was just showing off all the stuff, the gump that you purchased.
Hey, look at this thing. Hey, look at this thing. Hey, look at this thing.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
And this thing here. Oh, and that one.
But yeah, so before that, though, the session before that we did run, and the party had managed to clear through the labyrinth, which is the south wing of the dungeon, and they got themselves a little note. Does anyone remember? Well, basically 4 notes, and they managed to put together a message. Does anyone remember what that message was?
Yeah, because it's written down in the chat.
Yes, it is. It's written down in the chat there as a message. The last message that Oro made. I'm just going to scroll that up a little bit there. There you go.
It's open the amulet and add the power to the elixir. Each cut your palm upon the weapon and add a drop to the elixir. Giant elk form goes grr r. Use the combined material to draw a pentagram. Giant elk form use distressed honking noise. And then speak your name as you draw your sigil in your own blood at the point. Stand above your name and each proclaim membership.
And if you beatbox whilst doing the ritual, I can tell you right now, it will fail and it will open up a rift in space and time and kill your characters dead.
Sweet.
And then I shall reach through that rift in space and time and throttle you as players. But yes, so now the party did retreat. To a certain extent, back to the central hub of the dungeon, and this is where they decide they're going to take a long rest. So they
take a longer rest. Yeah.
so yeah, they lock down, as it were, as best they're able to. Now, we didn't actually do the long rest itself, did we? We're about to cover that bit off, because when you're doing a long rest, the idea is that essentially for every 2 hours of a long rest, which is at least 8 hours, someone needs to be standing guard. So when you need to do 8 hours of either sleeping or very light activity, and during that 8 hour period, you can spend no more than 2 hours on watch, because of what being on watch counts as not light activity. So yeah, what we're going to do is start this off pretty rapidly. And we're gonna ask who wants to take first watch. Who's gonna take first watch? Remember, actual full elves, not half elves. Full elves only need 4 hours of sleep, so they can do a double watch.
Nope. I was a half breed. Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. So for the first 2 hours, would you like to give me a perception check?
Hang on. Where are we? There we are. There's us.
You've done it as a whispered roll, which was a GM whisper on. Oh, you set your set your character as GM.
Actually, sorry. There you go.
But you rolled a 21. So I'll say he rolled a 21, and with that 21, you hear some mumbling and shuffling, but nothing seems to rattle the doors or anything.
Do I know which direction the rattling and shuffling was coming from?
It seemed to be sort of. It's weird. It's like it's sort of like coming almost like through the walls, as opposed to actually coming from a doorway. It seems to be sort of mostly coming from sort of all around you, but nothing really perceptible from the south.
So just a general kerfuffle, a murmuration.
Yeah, it's a definite sensation that you are not alone.
Got this brilliant thing of the zombies being like, "Oh, Dave, did you see that ludicrous display last night?"
So who wants to take second watch?
Oh,
I think Perry would take a watch at some point as well.
I'll do the next one.
You do the next one. Okay, let's have a perception check for me then, please. Perception. Another 21. And you become aware of pretty much all the same stuff. Nothing really is, there's no rattling of the doors right there at all. There's no you don't see
general dungeon ambience.
Yeah, you don't see shadows moving through the where the gap at the bottom of the door or anything. But there's no light bleeding through, so you wouldn't know. But nothing rattles the doors. Nothing tries to come in. Everything seems to be okay. I think maybe Perry would take the next watch. So I'm going to open up his sheet and we'll roll him one, because he would definitely do a watch.
If we had the opportunity, probably would have stayed up with me, but might have kept everyone else up.
And with his perception of 18, he is aware of pretty much everything the same. Who would like to take the final watch?
Yeah, I'll take it, I suppose.
Okey-dokey. And with a perception of 9, you don't really see or hear anything at all.
Might have heard a small mouse, possibly.
You're struggling to hear over the snoring of your companions. So yes. So the quote-unquote morning, because there's no real perception of time, but as you think of it, you can think of it that way. The morning rolls around, and everyone is all fully refreshed, long rested, and lovely and jubilant, and they've got all their all the assorted goodies and such as you would have in terms of abilities and spell slots and things that do regenerate after such things. So short rest and long rest things will regenerate under a long rest. It just basically it's like it scales up. So if something says it needs a short rest to regenerate, it also regenerates on a long rest. And you are back up to your full hit points as well. You regain half of any of your you regain up to half of your hit dice. So your level 4 characters, which means that no matter how many hit dice you currently have now, you will regain 2 up to a maximum of 4. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Beans. Rightio. So now, handing over to you guys, where would you like to go now? Where would you like to go next? What would you like to do? Which direction would you like to traverse?
South, didn't we?
You went south before, yeah. So what I'll do is I can make a little mark on that, just so you know. There you go. You've done that way.
You want to go left?
I say we go clockwise and keep one left, so
Yeah.
go
Okay.
west.
So you want to go through that direction.
In your microwave. Yes. You remember those adverts for like Indian food? Go east. In your
Oh, I do
microwave.
vaguely remember those actually. Yeah.
It was like some offshoot budget Uncle Ben's brand bullshit. I don't know.
Either that or it was wasn't it Blue Dragon?
Something like that. It was some kind of budget Asian cuisine.
Oh, this is actually one of the ones that kind of I think it kind of took off actually. I think it was budget advert, good food. Yeah, back in the heyday of Knorr
Okay.
Oh yeah.
and the knowledge.
Right. So instead of just like staring at the door, who's going first?
You're all approaching it with
We've all
somewhat
just sort of frozen,
trepidation.
Like nope.
Fuck this shit out, man.
Probably be me and Perry. What does go first?
Okay.
usually.
Okay then, babe. No, wait, no, that's
Scooby,
Ion.
stay
That's
back.
Ion. Sorry, that's Ion. That's the Monday game.
Me and Scoob will stay back here for a minute.
Fucking the Scooby Gang, Jesus Christ! It is as well. You really are like legitimately the Scooby Gang. It won't let me grab. Game, would you like to let me?
Great Dane. Some pubs got to
There
have a
we go.
Great Dane in it.
That Marcus can study and pat
Back
for
in
an
a
hour.
second. Housemates need me again.
Oh God, bastards! Right now, I need you all to roll me an initiative.
Roll for initiative, suckers.
So select your token and click initiative. I will roll one for Perry. Let's just pop that out for a second.
Yay, battle.
Has returned.
Woo.
That looks like my initiative is broken again.
What have you done? What have you done?
I
Fucking.
don't think it. If I remember rightly, this is the first time since we went over to the.
What did I miss?
Did you take the alert feat?
I did take the alert feat, and you
Right.
did something to it in the other game, but you
Yeah.
haven't done it.
Alright,
to
okay.
this.
So we'll just add 5 onto that, and then I'll sort it out in some
We're
downtime
rolling
between.
initiative.
'Cause five's
Yes!
Really fucking bad.
Yeah, because 10's amazing.
Ten's not. as
That should
bad.
not have been done at advantage,
Less
but it
bad.
was the 8. It was the 8 that you rolled. So
I
it's
rolled
you've left your sheet on advantage, but it's not an issue because it has actually like rolled the correct number as it were. So
Okay.
don't worry, it's not an issue in this
Thought I
particular
left it on
situation.
there. Did you remember to turn that off every time?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, because if you've got your cat sheet on toggle, then you will need to remember to turn it off each time.
Yeah.
Oh, pain in the bum cat sheet. I've just closed it by mistake. I need to keep that open. Right, okay, so...
Just have my character shit open on my tablet. I suppose I could. Yeah, probably I'll sort it out.
So let us zoom in the stream view slightly. I'll put the turn order up here. And now, party, you can probably see something already.
Oh, goody.
Gobblers.
Grains!
Oh, it's not even. Oh, fuck's.
I can see what looks like a skeleton.
It's a gobble.
No.
Yeah.
It may have once been a goblin.
Oh, crikey! A couple of them. Yeah, one of them rolled a critical success for his initiative, and managed to get himself an initiative 18.
Oh, cool.
There's some incredibly aware zombies, actually. So,
Yeah.
He probably
Like,
was already shuffling towards the door.
These are the ones we were hearing last night.
Azra, you are the first player to act.
Oh, goody. Friggin' best
Okay.
day ever. Any
Right.
ideas?
Yeah, I've got ideas, but I can't really say anything until my turn, unless you ask me.
Hey, Paul.
Okay. In which case, then I'm going to sort of. I think if I move there, I think I could fire an arrow between those two without too much trouble, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're right, I mean, unless you get a critical fail,
All right. Then I'm going to go for.
if you got a critical fail, there's a chance
I'm gonna
because
go
we
for
because we
that
use
one, then.
yeah because we use the expanded an expanded table of critical fail effects.
Oh dear.
I think you've actually missed as well.
Oh
it's-
goody.
It's not common. Let's say you've sunk the arrow into it, but it doesn't seem to have taken any effect. You've hit nothing vital.
Well, I tried. Next.
It would be out the ground, wandering around, zombling free. The zombies here in the dungeon are coming to get ye. And it's Perry who is going to say, "I'll step forward and hold the breach."
Can we get arcane napalm like right now?
Arcane napalm. And there's a zombie right on his flank here, so he's going to give it a stave.
There's a zombie on the flank. La, la, la,
La, la, la.
la. Zombie on the flank. La, la, la.
Oh, there it goes, opening up with a critical hit for 18 points of damage. Sorry, 16 points of damage.
Is it now pining for the fjords?
No, it's not. Which zombies are next? Is that one? So 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Marcus, what would you like to do?
I don't exist.
Wow.
He's gonna run straight into it.
This is going to end excessively well.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I made a decision.
It sounds like mistakes were made.
Oh,
No, no. Alright, I like to imagine him running out. Like, I can do this. He gets there, like.
Alright, okay,
"Oh,
if
that's a lot of them."
it makes you feel better, Marcus, you can see them all. If it hurts you a little bit though, they can all see you.
oh, goody.
Oh, I think I regret my decision at the given point in time.
So we're not making it past this round. What?
Ha!
Yeah, you would be surprised. That is a hit. Which one was the one in front of you?
Yeah.
That is a hit, as I said before, if you remember last time we were playing this. Zombies are not difficult to hit. They are just a little bit on the tricksy side to make them stay down. Dotan, what would you like to do?
I'd like to drag everyone back behind these doors so we've got an easily defensible position that we can block with some stuff that only goes up about halfway and then shoot them past that. But that's a bit late for that, so I'll probably just go in and start stabbing shit, shall I?
If in doubt, you plan C.
If in doubt, stab it the fuck up. Right, okay.
You use plan C. Charge!
If in doubt, gouge its eyes out. Oh, sorry, is that a bit too soon? Oh! Bing, bang, boom!
And but that's for this one here.
It goes snicker snack and leaves them dead.
Forward.
So you do get your sneak attack because you got an ally within
Yeah,
5 feet of it.
I'm
So
fine.
you do.
There we go.
So there's a total of 15 points of damage.
That works.
Nice.
It's swaying back and forth. Its head has been almost severed as just lolling back and forth.
It's nearly headless Nick.
Indeed, it is. But you know, because of copywriting and stuff, because of it, copyright is almost decapitated Andy. So
How
copyright.
can you be nearly heavy? Like this.
1, 2, 3. Grains. This one's a vegetarian.
Yep, I'm adorned in grains.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's eyeing up Mojo's mask.
17.
17 definitely hits.
That'll be 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a lump fist lands upon your bonds. Sorry, messaging as well at the same time. So that's that one. Anakis.
Okay, so I see Zombo.
are green.
Red roses too.
And I see Zombo there. So I am now going to use Twin Spell and Firebolt the fuck out of both of them.
I
Go on,
see
son.
zombies everywhere.
Oh,
Ouch.
look at that. So was that the first one, yeah?
Yep.
You smash him to pieces with the explosive force of your firebolt as it seems to land in a small cavernous opening in his chest and blows him outwards through the wonder of science and small spaces. Because he only had 1 hit point left and you've just done 19 points of damage with the critical hit, which means that he doesn't get to do his stupid zombie shenanigans. And the...
I just blow him the fuck up.
Yeah.
Any splash damage to us or his mates?
No, but you are covered in slightly smelly, smoking chunks.
No different from when I woke up. No?
Sorry, slightly smoking, smelly chunks. And lumbering it... Pardon me. Ugh, coffee burp was disgusting. Lumbering out of that room, up towards Dotan, is another zombie who's going to try and give her a booping. I don't believe a 12 is going to hit you, though, is it?
No.
Even if it had, it did minimum damage. And last thing is this zombie here, who's going to lurch forward and attempt to give Dotan a booping. 16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage. 2 seconds. And back to the top of the order, the zombie that has exploded comes out. This zombie is going to attempt to give Perry a boop. 13 is not going to work. Azra.
Oh, I'm going to do
It's-
something useful because I am surprisingly actually a magic person, and I can do stuff. So I'm going to hit this one right here with a bit of Bane.
A bit of Bane.
With a bit of
Bane, I think you can actually do up to 3 targets with Bane.
Oh well. Then
Yeah,
I'll hit.
so yeah, you can target up to 3.
I can only. I think I can only see that one and that. This one and that one. So I'll bane the both of them then.
Should be able to see another one past
You
that.
should be able to see. Let's just double check your vision.
Should see one there as well.
Yeah,
It's behind a pillar.
yeah,
Ah, okay.
it is behind a
So
pillar.
I'll
Yeah.
go for the 2 that are within sight.
Okay,
there
so
you go. There's 2 banes.
no, you only need to send it once,
okay.
and so that's gonna mark them. So we'll use that as the Bane because there's no.
So somebody mentioned it last time. You have Bane. Why aren't you using Bane?
Do you not have like a gas mask icon that you can put
I
on?
don't think it's taking into account what Bane is.
I think it's like a curse.
Yeah.
It has to make charisma saving throws. When it fails, saving throw makes an attack roll. Saving for the spell ends, which roll a d4 subtract the number of the attack.
Let's make saving throws.
You merely adopted the Backman. You nearly adopted
When a target
the
that fails a saving throw makes an attack or a saving before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4. Oh, so basically, yeah. So it's. I don't.
It's a debuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out if it it shouldn't be up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack. Okay, so they're doing their charisma saving throws now, and then if they fail the saving throw, they are affected by the Bane. 1, 2, yeah, they both failed. So yeah, they are both baned.
I did a useful.
You did. That is your action. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
This.
I like the idea that maybe what he did was like, you know, did like a barehanded strum across the strings, used that to take the finger, like the tip of one of his fingers off, and then just shook his fingers at the enemies. Because the hold on a sec, dude. Stop. Because it says in the components is one of them is a component is a drop of blood. Now, because of the way we've got you worked out, you have an arcane focus instead of needing components and stuff, so it doesn't make any difference in that one. But I always thought anytime I looked at that, I see Bane and the fact that it needs a drop of blood, I always think of that as being you prick your own finger and just flick the blood at the enemies.
On the bit of the string I've cut off at the end.
Yeah.
I've done that more than once. It's fucking painful. Right under the nail as well. Like, oh shit.
This one is going to lurch forward. I'm going to move this one out of the way just so that the red cross doesn't confuse things. And he's going to attempt to give Marcus a booping. And rolled a 5 anyway, so I'm not going to bother... oh no, he doesn't need to do anything. He only rolled a 5 to hit, so he's fucked that up. Perry is going to attempt to finish off the one that is standing in front of him. With a 16 to hit with 9 points of piercing damage, which means this now needs to roll... I can just do it off the sheet actually, because it's one off. Boom! He stands back up again on 1 hit point.
Woo!
Yes!
Kick him in the balls.
Zombies are doing that shit already, yo! This one is going to be trying to reach around the pillar in order to attack Dotan. Because point blank, all that good fun stuff. Basically, like you've just seen zombie arms flailing around the side of this little pillar, clawing at you.
Just one on either side, just
19?
19 does hit. Was that not a disadvantage?
I didn't apply disadvantage for you guys trying to attack through these ones, through these pillars. If it's if there's like a big pillar, then yeah. If he's like trying to go around a corner, yeah. But this it's because it's very very close.
Okay.
So you guys wouldn't suffer disadvantage either.
All right. How much did it hit me? For?
6 points of bludgeoning damage. If the pillar was any bigger, then it would do.
This is just a bloody corridor.
Marcus.
I'm having a bad feeling about the position of which I put myself in. But hey ho.
What are you gonna do?
Stabby.
Go on, son.
The one right in front of me.
The one right in front of you, and you do 7 points of piercing damage to it. Dotan.
Stabba-dabba.
Which one?
I'm thinking I'm probably going to try and keep these baned ones alive. How long does that last for?
Up to 1 minute, so 10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah. I'm going to keep those fuckers alive because they're less likely to hit us. Okay. So I'm going to stab this one.
Okay. Surely that's what Marcus should be saying. Oof. Oof.
That's stupid dooby doo.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that. Holy shit.
Okay, so obviously the first attack misses, obviously. We'll find out what that does in a second. But with a 23, you do manage to hit, and that's 17 points of damage, which may possibly puts it down.
For now.
That was it's actually properly down.
Oh.
Properly down.
Stamp on its neck and sever its head just to be sure.
And let's see. No critical effect. No critical effect on the for the fail. I'm leveling out that playing field a little bit for this. Basically, roll a d20 now when you do get a critical fail, and then depending on what your d20 says whether or not a critical fail effect actually occurs, because they are a little bit on the dangerous side.
Oh yeah.
They're a bit rough.
They are a touch. So this Zomble Womble is going to try and attack Marcus.
How about you don't?
It rolled a 12.
He's just sort of flailing.
Take even I did the whole D4 thing as well. I did that. I've got D4s here that I just roll them. It's quicker and easier. Ernakis.
Okay, so I take a wee here. Ooh, I can see targets. I can see targets.
Burn them all with fire!
I just realised I never actually added that one into the initiative order.
So
He's operating on his own times.
I spot Zomble 1
Got
there
to
with
pick
Perry and Zomble 2 there.
In life, she was a
Dot
fine,
hand.
upstanding black woman.
So I'ma use another twin spell firebolt.
Go on, son.
Oof.
That's a pair of hits, so they take 8 points each. This one is potentially getting finished off. Nope, stands back up, smoking a smouldering. That
Son
one
of a-
takes 8.
I have a question for Anakis.
Hello.
When you do your fireball spell, are you firing it from your staff or your hand?
Depends how I feel.
Okay.
For a twin spell, one from the staff, one from the hand.
It was more of a fluff question that had nothing to do with what's actually going on. It's just I just got this image of you sort of spinning the staff around and go, and then like coughing a little bit, and the big fireball comes out your nose.
And this zombie is going to attempt to give Dotan a booping for 19.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit, that was nearly minus 74 I put in there.
Don't do that.
Ow! And the Baned one is going to try and give Marcus a boot. And 21. So
That
6
doesn't hit.
points of bludgeoning damage for you there.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
I can see your armor class.
Okay, I tried. Obviously, my deception roll wasn't too high there. Yeah.
Hey, Ezra!
Hello.
Now, one thing I need to make you aware of is that at the minute you have cast Bane, which is a concentration spell. So, the way that works is that if you take damage, or then there's a chance you'll lose concentration on it, and you can't cast another concentration-based spell whilst that one's active. So you can only have one concentration-based spell active at a time. You can still do regular things like firing off your crossbow, or just making regular attacks, or firing off like single one-shot spells. Things like, for example, an Axis' Firebolt. Yeah, but you just can't do concentration-based ones. And thank you to the Sea of Atlas for the follow. Welcome to the Dungeoneers.
As such, then I'm going to stay back here because I'm quite safe back here. I'm going to hit this one. Is that one still alive?
That one is still alive. It's one of the ones that you baned, so it's got a splash of blood across its face.
I'm going to try and hit that one with a vicious mockery and see how we go.
Okie dokie. So they have a wisdom saving throw, which he does not pass, so that's 4 points. Nice. And Zomble, this one here is going to try to give Perry a booping, and Perry is going to dodge out the way of it. Because he's only little. That zombie is now dead, so it comes out of the order. So it's Perry's turn. He's going to try to finish off the one that is here. And bam, so that's 11 points of damage. Scroll that down again. And the zombie stays down this time, so I'm just going to move it out of the way, as well as give it a little cross, just because I know it's making things a little bit confusing with some of these. Move that one out of the way as well. And
On
yes,
screen,
darling.
If you move the turn order down to the bottom left, there's some blank space there because it's quite busy over that side. There you go.
Now I'm going to put it there.
See it there. Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it's really
God.
funny. That's exactly where my turn order is. I didn't even notice that. Holy shit. Huh.
Cool. Alright, thank you for that. And this zombie is going to flail again at Dotan and miss.
Fucking hell.
It missed. Calm down, little bitch. You're fine.
It's giving into its formerly human instincts and moving towards boobs is what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember those. Gimme!
Marcus, what would you like to do, Marcus?
He's going to stab this. Wait, there's one there too. I should deal with this one. I'm going to stab this one pretty hard, apparently. I lied.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, it hits. I did stab it hard.
That's the thing we keep saying. Zombies are not hard to hit. No,
They're
any DMs out there, zombies are brilliant because they're not hard to hit, which means that players can hit them really easily and hurt them really easily, so they feel good about hurting them. It's making them stay down is the trick, because zombies have undead fortitude. If damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw, which they have a +3 modifier on, with a DC of 5 plus the amount of damage taken, unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. On a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. So basically, they have the ability to just keep on getting back up again, unless you can hit them with radiant weapons or critical hits. So you've done that one. Dotan.
Right. I'm attack. This one. Try not to fuck it so badly this time.
Swish, swish, clang, clang. Oof.
Fuck's sake.
You managed to dodge any major negative effect on this time. And you.
Oh, the rolls. The rolls.
10.
It's the risk of rolling twice.
Yep. Twice as likely to get a crit, twice as likely to get a fail. But you do some damage to it. There's that zombie there.
It's 100% likely to roll a dice, so that's always a plus. I mean, you gotta look at the bright side sometimes.
I was definitely failed that attack. Definitely failed that attack. Okay, that zombie should not be there in that order. They should come down to there. There's a bit of confusion now on that one. Anakis, it's your turn. The turn order got itself a little bit fuddled there.
So, that zombie there, it seems determined to eat Dotan and is going to throw a single fireball at that one.
That will hit. And we'll kill it.
Woo!
Oof.
I blowed it up.
You did. And that was the zombie that was about to axe as well, so now it's gone. This zombie is going to attempt to give Marcus a booping in the back. And miss. Don't even need to roll the d4 thing for it. Ezra.
Forget it.
Hello, I am Azra.
It's
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
Shuffle forward a bit.
Do you think you can,
And,
like, by pretending to be one of the zombies and shuffling, you can get away with it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, it's just that I'm gonna again try and hit that one with a small piece of wood fired from a tensile piece of string. Or in English, I'm gonna lob my bow at it. I'm not gonna lob my bow.
Are you sure? Because you've.
That would be problematic.
Proficient with improvised weapons.
Yeah. Ah!
Improvised weapons thrown.
Right, I'm gonna fire an arrow at it. Hopefully. Holy shit!
Oh!
I'm actually firing an arrow at
Yep.
it.
Very
Which
much
can
good fire
you
arrow.
ping the one you're aiming at again, please? Ping the one you're aiming at again.
It's this one.
That one. That is, in the words of Mark Turpin, exactly lethal.
Hey! I did a thing. Guys,
did.
look, I'm being proficient and useful. Praise me! Praise me!
Can I just
Well done.
turn around and pat him on the head and go, you done a thing, well done.
Stop
And
it, or I'll
lurching
no longer
forward.
regret bringing you along.
Stop being useful.
Yes.
Marcus, does a
Starting to
14
not
hit you?
Enjoy this.
Beats, right?
Meets beats.
Meats beats. You beat meats. Yeah, it hits.
I'm not beating your meat, but that means you are getting 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I guess he's beating my meat.
Yep.
Once
It's gonna
I've
reach
I might
right
just
up
do,
you.
Like a 4-hour stream, and then labeled beating meat, and it's be exactly that. Just
Did
hitting
you
a
just
large-
say once I've
Wait.
got the internet?
Yeah, I need better internet.
Yeah. Okay. Just to say, what are you doing now?
It's just going to be entitled.
Threw me for a loop
beating meat,
then. Yeah.
and it will be exactly that. Just me hitting a piece of meat with like a hammer or a rolling pin.
Perry is going to combat roll around the side here to have at this
Dun,
one.
dun, dun.
For those who are wondering, I'm controlling Perry this time around, just because Oro, who does control Perry normally, is currently moving house, so he's not available for the session. And Rapier, 12 points. And then the Grumble Grumble Zomble Zomble is going to turn around and attempt to give Perry a return stroke.
Oh.
And
Reach
miss.
around. Nice.
I
Indeed.
think there's a niche for that.
Marcus!
Hello. Well, I'm just going to poke. Boom!
Stab,
It hit.
stab, stab, stab.
Unless it's got Mega Rumble.
No, you've hit him.
Super Zombie.
So little did you know, this is the one that was armored. This isn't even its final form. Alright, Dotan?
By my powers combined, I become a slightly bigger zombie. You, Jean?
Dotan, free bow.
Okay. I'm gonna give this zombie a reach around.
Right, tickle, tickle.
And you do count as flanking, so you do get advantage on that one.
Nice. Oh, hang on.
But well, there we go.
Yeah, but it'll be the first one anyway for the damage, wouldn't it? How does that work?
I'll use the higher number in this one.
Oh,
Just because you rolled the exact same number on the to hit.
Oh fuck me.
There you go.
Way.
That was the second one.
Nicely done.
And then a bit of that as well. Fucking hell.
Well,
There you go. You do know how to roll dice. That one you managed to completely eviscerate.
Nice.
Eviscerate, fucking chopped
Removal
up,
of
diced,
viscera.
sliced, fucking grated.
That zombie's dead.
Yeah, I took a great cheese grate to it.
Renakis!
Ah! My phone is going mental.
What would you like to do, Renakis?
I shall proceed to assist Marcus and throw a fireball at that zomble right there.
You will. That one.
See, Marcus, I can help you as well when I feel like it.
This one is going
I
to
mean, I quite much appreciate that.
try to give. Continue doing what he had been doing, which I should have turned him before, but he's going to continue trying to attack Marcus. He just rolled a critical hit on that one. So the whole D4 thing isn't really going to change it hitting you.
Oh
How many hit points you got left?
no.
Six.
7,622. That doesn't really want health.
No,
255.
no. You have now got well, you've just taken 10 points of damage
Oh well. I've
from
done the math
for being punched in the back of the head by a zombie.
and I've been donkey punched.
Yep.
Can we just have it so like it wasn't actually the zombie that dealt the damage? It was he got knocked in the back of the head, tripped forward, smashed his head off the pillar.
No, I think it was more like the fact that he was jumping around quite exuberant, thinking like, "Yeah, this is easy. I can do this now." Thunk.
Yeah.
He dodged into the fist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I got.
Azra.
Hello.
What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna lob another arrow at this one.
Go on.
That reminds me. How many times have I fired my boat? Twice, right?
So far,
I can get my
Yeah.
arrows back into it anyways.
Yeah.
Go, go, go!
that is going to miss. You send it.
Through
Yeah.
its legs,
You've megged him.
through the one hole in his eye, just straight through. Oh.
And what's the zombie going to do in response? He's going to attack
Marcus.
and miss. Perry is going to do another combat roll to get around behind this one. It looks like a combat roll anyway. I mean, he's quite small. He could just be walking.
Combat.
And
Trips a little bit.
18 points of damage. He manages to kill that one because he does land a critical hit, which means it doesn't get the whole Constitution thing that it does. So boom, that one's dead as well. And just to be further useful, so he moved 1, 2, 3, for 5 is going to get around behind that one so that he's imposing advantage for Marcus. Because Perry's that smart. This zombie's dead. Marcus, you can attack at advantage. Because it's now being flanked.
Delicious advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Still manages to hit a 9.
That's a hit. 9 is a hit. You're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how my advantage is just so...
Dotan.
Booth. And then
Doot in the snoot.
a bing. A bang. A bong.
Okay, so that's
21.
7 points damage, but isn't down. And he stays down. Off the first blow.
Get to fuck.
Ba, 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 ba.
Boom. There we go.
You
So
found FTW. Now you're dead because we killed you. We took you by surprise. Da, 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 da.
well, you didn't really take them by surprise,
No,
but
But look at
The
a
only
battle
one who
and
was
I
taken
didn't
by
take any
surprise
damage.
was
You
Marcus,
didn't- no.
who ran in and we found he was surrounded by like 700 people.
Marcus did take some damage. Marcus took
No, I'm
a
absolutely
little bit
fine,
of a
Costa.
pounding.
I was rather effective in that battle for once.
You actually were, yeah. I
did
mean, I think
it.
everyone was quite surprised at that.
I
You
think
are
it's where I've been playing
you
a lot
are
of, like,
out of turn
turn-based
order now.
JRPGs.
You're out of your turn order now, so you can take yourself some moments.
Oh, hang on. Marcus, come back here, you weirdo. I'm gonna hit you with a cure wounds. We don't want you going into a, battle half dead, do we?
I mean, we just battled some people going into battle full dead, so...
No, we just battled the half dead. There's a difference. But there you go. Have some hit points.
Speaking of cure wounds, can someone chuck a heal my way?
I can once I've been finished being healed by this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've
9
done mine.
points. Sweet, one sec. Thank you very much.
And I've got 2 level 1 spell slots left. After that. I'll
Where's-
save
Don't-
them
don't-
for the Bane
don't-
when we need it.
Don't worry, because Perry's going to heal Dotan because it makes sense for Perry to heal Dotan.
Oh yeah, sexual
Mhm.
healing. Why?
Way.
He's got that feeling. So he's gonna pop one of them down.
I heal you for 9 points.
9.
Are you healing Dotan then?
I am healing a Nakus.
You're healing
I
an
took more that. I took more damage.
heal yourself, Marcus. Perry's don't worry, I've got Dotan.
Well, the Nakus I need healing. Okay, well, I'll use that 9 on me then.
Yeah, he doesn't yourself. I took no damage. I was perfectly fine at range.
Oh yeah, you're a magic user.
I love it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to go in here. There's a purple cloth here.
Thanks, Hubs.
And don't worry, sweet cheeks.
Winky kiss face.
Where's the dog gone? It ran off.
Is it really cheating if it's still Perry? Kind of.
Why are we looking at this inconspicuous purple cloth?
I wanted to observe the inconspicuous circle cloth and.
Remember basically any loot, that sort of things like chests and that sort of stuff. There's nothing in them.
Simply aesthetic then.
Yeah, it is just it's
It's
just
Skyrim, a whole
it's
hell of a
just
lot of
set
beautiful
dressing.
loot.
Yeah, it's just set dressing because there's this version of the map and an unfurnished version of that. And the unfurnished version is really boring, and this one it just looks a little bit prettier.
Yeah, I was just making sure because it did seem to pop out, and I was like, maybe
Yeah.
it's part of the things that we need.
So we're happy as this being your marching order, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold
So-
on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it up. 2, 3, 4. I can never remember the rest of the elephant song from Jungle Book.
There's a book in the jungle.
The Elephant March.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's called the Jungle Book. So
Drink now.
Yeah, it's Jungle Book. It's secretly just it's just a bottle. Ba-da-ba-ba, boom, ba, boom. Nick, 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 nick. Oh dear.
Hang on.
Oh, good. Secret World Legends is finished downloading. I'll play that a bit later. And get Black Desert back on the install.
Oh god, Black Desert.
I like it. It's fun.
I leveled one of my characters to the awakened weapon thingy, and eventually I was just like, I think it was Ninja that I was playing.
I have two mains. I've got the Shadow one that uses like Shadow Claws, and then the one that uses the big ass sword.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, let's just move you on to the right map now. Now,
We're on the map now. Can't contain us.
you're on the
We're
right-hand
adventurous.
side of the map.
We're adventurers. Here we are now.
Is that a door in front of us? Because that just looks like a tiny little gap in the wall.
There is indeed a doorway in front of you.
Okay.
How did you know?
Can I have a quick look around to check for obvious traps?
You can have a look around, so you give us an investigation roll. Shouldn't have done at advantage, but it's rolled the right number anyway, so that's fine. You are not able to see any immediately obvious traps or anything at all.
Can we scan for non-obvious traps? It's
I
in
just-
the wording there.
I just like to choose my words very, very carefully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With
You
a
know,
19, I
always
probably would've
always keep you suspicious. So you wanna open this here door, eh?
I'm gonna have a look at the door and maybe give it a little bit of an open and a peek.
Don't you give us a stealth roll to do that then, please? If you're looking to sneakily open the door. Okay, I'm going to put you on the other side of the door. Just for about maybe 2 seconds.
Alright.
Oh dear. Big wide open space. It's a boss room. Calling it.
Doctor's other
Hang on.
eye gets burnt out as it's
Yeah.
attack on the other side.
It's just a room full of random Lego bricks all over the floor.
Oh god, no, not
Oh, that'd be the most amazing trap ever. You'd never get through it. Right,
Like,
Grav.
yeah, Sword did a pit full of fucking. What was it?
Are you
needles?
ready, Grav?
Fuck that,
I'm
Lego.
ready.
Are you ready to take this quick little glimpse through the door?
I'm ready to take the glimpse through this door.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
with me. I'll tell you how to be a metal man.
Okay, that's enough.
That sounded wonderful. So,
Okay,
what did we see? He shouts from the stairs.
Yeah, it's busy in there.
Define busy.
Now, I should say the room you're in at the moment, the stairwell that basically, as you go through, you went up the stairs from the hub room, and then you're walking for about 20 minutes or so through just a completely blank featureless corridor until there's some stairs going down, which are the stairs you've come down here. This room you're at the minute is a full, like, you know, this is just like a tunnel, you know, like it is as everything has been before, of like, you know, stone roof tunnel, everything, the whole shebang.
So that we're at the end of a corridor that you couldn't be asked to draw.
Essentially, yeah. Also, because it didn't make any sense. I just want to give you an idea of the fact that you have travelled some distance from the hub room.
It's all right,
Some
stairs.
distance. Define some distance, like minutes.
Oh,
10 minutes. Half
Yeah,
an
but
hour?
about 20 minutes.
Bloody hell.
But it's
Long
video
corridor.
game stair logic. Stairs are connected via quantum loops.
Hmm.
So instead of going upstairs, you go upstairs.
Hey, Gray.
Move through space time.
Oh, I've
That's
just
how
realised.
we
I
go.
just realised that's putting up a command. It shouldn't be, because that command is not active when I'm doing the D&D streams.
Okay, so there's multiple creatures. I didn't really get a good look at what they were, but there's multiple creatures in here. So how are we going to play this? I mean, we
What
could go
creatures
there
were in
and
there?
They weren't big. I didn't really see what they were. There were lots of flowers around it, like flowers or crystals or something like that around
Oh,
the
God.
corners of the room. I literally just took a picture.
May I make a
2 seconds.
suggestion?
We could go in mob-handed, or we could go in and introduce
Through the way we
ourselves.
came and just go back home. please.
That's what I do. I do remember you, Gray. I do remember you, Gray. Don't worry about it, man.
So, just because I want to get my own look at this, can I have a sneaky weaky peek?
Let's have a stealth roll from him, and let's find out if he can do a sneaky
Oh,
peek.
Azra falls through the fucking door.
Yeah,
I'm so
probably.
hope Azra falls through the fucking door.
Oh, thanks. Can I retract
Come
my
on.
healing? Can I retract my healing?
I'm now wielding my hand crossbow. At this point.
It'd be really funny if he just fell straight in. I'd love it.
Oh, let's see if I can have a stealth roll, please.
Velma style.
Oh dear, you
There it is.
may. There you.
My
Okay.
guitar. I can't find my guitar.
Well, let me just change up one thing for us here quickly, shall I? So what I'll do is I'll move that to there, and then
Shall we all roll for initiative?
yeah. Why don't you all roll for initiative at this point?
They look like hag ravens.
Is honey, I'm home sort of thing going on here.
Can I like make it so that Azra tripped and just as he was tripping, just went?
Yes. And if it'd been a critical fail, you'd have landed on your guitar and possibly not been able to do that for some time.
Yeah, but it's fine.
You're okay at the
It
minute.
worked. It was okay.
Right.
they're
Let's
all now
see.
just
I
staring at me
don't
like,
need.
21, remember?
You're right. There's a 21.
Perception, not perception. The other one. Initiative.
Initiative. Because I need to do one
Actually, select your
for.
token first.
Yep.
It is. I'm good. I'm learning, you see. I know what I'm doing now. Then you notice how useful I was in that last fight? Go on.
Got that one. And I need this cat sheet open now for these creatures.
Can we get a picture of what we're looking
Would you
at?
like to take a look at what you're fighting?
Yes,
I
please.
don't
you
think
sure?
he does. He really doesn't. I'm going to turn around and go, you don't want to see what's in there. No.
I
You're-
did- Oh, fuck me.
Oh, goody.
Yeah,
Spooky,
diplomacy.
scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
I'm gonna put that. I'll put that there for now.
Cool.
So I vote we drag Azra right back out of the run away.
Say we start playing.
Marcus into the middle and get him killed.
I say we start playing Thriller. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I mean, they were zombies, not ghouls, so I don't know how well that's gonna work.
Same difference.
I mean, I like the theory. You would have been better off trying that in the previous room.
Alright, next time we do zombies, remind me to try and get them to die. So I get dragged back? What's going on?
Well, the first person to act is one of the ghouls.
Which is cool.
So you might be getting dragged, but not necessarily. It turns around from the crystal it was looking at, and lets out a horrible, horrendous, blood-curdling screech as it bounds and leaps across the room
Are they re-dead from Legend of Zelda? What?
No, they just finished the game.
to attempt to yeah. He just read at you. Have yourself a nice little. Yeah, don't actually do that. I will mute you because that was horrible. I think a 20 is going to hit you. So that's 7 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Oh god, that sounds fun. Where the fuck's my thing? There it is.
You go die.
Probably.
We go die.
Constitution. Oh dear.
Your joints start to stiffen up. You have become paralyzed. Actually, you know what though? Roll it again because of one particular feature of it. So roll your Constitution check again. You're fine. You feel your joints start to stiffen up, but then your immune system seems to kick in and deal with whatever poison
Hooray.
or disease effects was being passed into you.
Okay. Can I get a reactive punch in the face?
No, you
damage,
cannot.
Just a
You-
fluff
no.
punch in the face.
No, no,
Just a flame
no,
in its general
no,
direction.
no, you cannot.
Damn it.
Dotan,
I tried.
Dotan.
Okay, I'm going to drag this lazy bastard, or this not lazy, sorry, loud.
Enthusiastic bastard.
Yeah. I'm going to drag him back into the room. Will he take an attack of opportunity?
No, because he is not
What do I need
moving
to roll to
willingly.
do that?
You do technically is a grapple. Is Azra going to resist being dragged?
No. I just
Then-
got this
then
image
there's
of
no-
her,
there's
like,
no-
fucking
there's no-
suplexing me
yeah.
to get me back in the room.
If there's no resistance, then there's no challenge. So it's not really a grapple. And because you're moving Azra's not moving of his own free will, which means an attack of opportunity doesn't occur at this time.
Okay.
That's it, I've
And
just been
then
suplexed.
I would like to
Mm.
take a shot at.
It is an action to move someone though. So you can't do it and attack.
Then
Yeah, I
I'm going to
think
close the
you've been
door.
put there.
With my bonus action.
You close the door.
Right.
Okie-dokie. Map's about to become very, very boring.
Probably use
Right.
Phantasmal Force too. later, but I'm not gonna.
Okay. Shall we?
So, note to
I'm-
self,
I'm
don't lean
gonna-
on doors.
Yeah. Okay. So should we have a little think about that before we open the door again? That's a bad door. I don't like
Okay, right. So, what's the best way to deal with ghouls?
Not
Kill 'em.
land in front of them.
Well, I'll do.
That's quite
I will give you all essentially like one quick run through of things you can do. So you there's a hammering and a howling coming from the other side of the door as they're all hammering on it. You're not entirely sure how long this door's going to stand up for. But yeah, there is a lot of caterwauling going on right now. You've got a brief moment to have a think about what you want to do.
that. Okay. We need to get Perry up the front. I'll go next to him. And then if you guys wanna take a step back, we can
Yeah, I'll head back.
try and limit
I-
our exposure.
I
I'll
have-
head back towards the
kick door.
stairs so I can.
I have an
Okay.
actually useful idea, I think.
Mhm.
If we all sort of move back towards the stairwell, I can then use on my turn my phantasmal force to make them think that there's like a pit or something in the squares in front of the door.
I
Sort
still
of
have
kick
a
them at bay.
scroll of entanglement.
That might
Synergy
work.
that.
If we can move back and just limit the amount of them that can
Get
get through.
Yeah.
That'll work.
So between phantasmal force and the scroll of entanglement, that could work. Could
Okay, so
Work
where would
quite
you put
well.
the phantasmal force thing?
I was going to think in these sort of squares.
Okay.
I think.
And then for
How many
any
squares?
that
Is
manage
this?
to get
Right,
past
time's up.
the-
You've got to make your choice on what you're doing. What are you doing, guys, now? And someone tell me where Perry's going to go.
So Perry can stay where he is. I'll stay where I am. If we put the entanglement there and the phantasmal force there,
Yep.
and then you need to move back as well.
Yep.
So everyone move behind me and Perry, and then do your spells when you can.
Right, so we'll say essentially it was Perry's turn
Yeah, I
when
was
you
gonna
guys
say,
when you guys
I'll
carried that
remove
out. No, so I'll let you do.
move.
Yeah, you can do it now. I'll say we've used up Perry's turn to do this bit of planning and action and stuff.
Okie dokie.
Just because I know the only reason I'm giving you that is because of the fact you got behind the door and slammed the door shut again. You
Right.
didn't try to fight them in. If you tried to fight them in the corridors, it wouldn't have worked out the way you wanted it to. All right, Marcus, you've made a plan of what you were going to do. So what are you doing then, Marcus?
So if I set it there, its duration is 1 minute. I might wait until they're actually here before I do that. Then
You can set a held action to wait for them to get through the door.
yeah. Can I be specific and say as soon as all 4 spaces there are filled, use it, or do I? Is that too
I
much?
mean, you can be as specific as you like.
So what I'll do is as soon as I can, there's 4 baddies in sight there, back there, and there. I'll use the scroll of entanglement in that area. It's
Okay.
20
Okay.
foot cube. so
Scroll of
that's-
scroll. What's this scroll of entanglement? By the way?
I found those 2 random scrolls.
Oh, you
but
did.
told
Yes,
me to
yes.
identify them, and
Yep,
identified them.
I do remember that one now. Yeah.
But it's 20 feet. Is that the radius, or is it entirely?
A 20-foot cube is
Okay.
4 squares.
Oh yeah.
Ah, so I've got a 10-foot cube, which means I can affect 2 squares.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Then I'm
Or
gonna
2 by 2.
Yeah, so I'm going to do probably these, the 4 that are, the square in front of the door.
Yeah, I want to probably cast it in
You want to cast there as being your center point, yeah, basically. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I was-
Right, so no, you do.
Mine will be-
And Azra, you're going to make your center point is going to be there.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Azra, are you doing a held action for this bit as well then?
Well, mine doesn't have a time limit,
Okay.
so it's a second level illusion and it's instantaneous casting time 1 action. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hit that then, and there's going to be a pit
Okay.
with fire.
Which-
You can cast that at a creature, I think.
Yeah, you craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range.
Oh bollocks! Right then, can we retract
Wait,
that?
you can wait until it's in, and then cast it on the first one, and then the next one will just come in and get entangled. So that means that there's like one in the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Want to move?
Let's do that then. I'll hold that until they get through the door then,
Okie dokie.
and cast on whatever comes through.
So there's a banging. There's banging.
I think as well, instead of it being a pit, it's just going to be like the floor starts heating up on fire. Or ice. Nah, actually, yeah. Let's go with that. Ice trapped around the legs. There you go. Hopefully these things are pretty stupid.
The way that spell works is quite cool.
More Phantasmal Force.
Yeah, Phantasmal Force. They will rationalise anything that doesn't fit with their illusion.
Yeah.
And this one's going to spill through first. If anyone wants to do anything on that bit.
Right, then. Can I do the, Actually, let's, I don't know. Is it worth doing it now, guys?
I mean, you had a held action for the first one that comes through, was what you
Yeah,
said.
okay then. Yeah, then go. Then,
So,
do that. Yeah. Makes
this
it
one-
think it's
so
stepped into
this-
an ice trap.
so this one thinks that there. How big are you making this ice trap in its mind?
If we do the the 2x2
Okay.
in the little corridor bit for now. Well, not for now, but yeah. And hopefully it works.
Okie dokie. So it's ice trap. So target uses investigation to uses action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence check against your spell save DC. If the check succeeds, target as phantasm is an illusion. The spell ends. I'm gonna make it do a wisdom save to work out whether or not it's smart enough to do an intelligence check, basically. And it is not smart enough to look down at what it is grabbing its legs. And hello, Trippy
Right.
Trip. Thank you for that follow. And then it's the next ghoul, which is this. Oh no, that was that one. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that one is the one. Right. Hang on. I'm gonna put a mark on this one. So that's the one that's psychic things. So this one is then gonna come spinning forward.
As soon as the door opens, there's another held action as well for the. So
Or was it as soon as the door opens? Because I thought you said he was doing it once the space is filled.
I'm waiting for space to be filled and then
Oh, okay, all right, fine.
Okay, so that was gonna rush forward to there and it's gonna attempt to give Dotan a slashing. With a 16. That's 6 points of slashing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw. Are you half elves?
Yep.
I'll let you do the Constitution saving throw at advantage.
No, we're both half elves. Well,
Yep. So you managed to resist the poison over its claws.
nice too.
And this one is going to lumber forward and lurch through and attempt to give Perry a slashing.
Can we get a Scorching Ray? Just take out all of them at once. instead of
And
like-
is definitely going to hit 'cause it's just rolled a crit. So that's 10 points of damage.
Jeez.
And Perry needs to do a Constitution saving throw. Which he passes. And that's this school is going to lurch forward, basically, essentially into the middle, but I'll count them as being in that square for the purpose of activating your spell if that's what you want.
Yeah.
If you want to activate it now. Go on then, son, cast your spell.
I'd like to put that in the chat area. Oh. How do I ping this? Because it's technically not my spell.
I'll do is I'll load it up on the thing. So, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by plants can use action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On success, it frees itself. Its duration is up to a minute with no concentration, so it is a fire and forget. What is your spell save DC?
That would be, if I get my character sheet up for you and go to spells. Spell save DC is 14.
14. Okay.
Synergistic. God, we're doing well. It's almost like we know how to play the game.
That's a lie, I don't.
What's happening? I mean, let's face it, minus the bumble of fucking falling through the door, we did pretty fucking well today.
Someone does that, and these now all need to do strength saving throws. So that one there fails, so is restrained. So this one is restrained. The next one is not restrained. That one is also restrained, as well as being mental. And the last one to come in, who's technically the one that triggered it all, is also restrained.
Yeah.
Just get advantage on those behind now.
Great success.
And Anakis.
Well,
Those ones behind?
let me see.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, because they are technically within the space, aren't they? So yeah. So right. So there is 4 there. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them make it. 2 of them don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one fails. 2. And
Also,
that
just to
one
clarify,
fails.
when you say 10 rounds, is that 10 rounds of the turn order?
10 complete laps of the turn order.
Yeah, right, okay, cool.
Anakis.
Okay. So,
Scorching Ray, kill them all at once.
The Scorching Ray only affects 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake, how does that make sense?
So that one there.
It's 3 targets.
That one there, and that one there for some scorching ray action.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
So it's 14, 19, and 12. And that is... all 3 of them are hit, so that one takes 5. That one takes 7. And that one takes 11. And just remind myself how Entangle actually works. Is it when a creature in the area, when you cast a spell... so it's difficult terrain for everyone else, but only the ones they can't become restrained now. Okay, it's just difficult terrain, so they're moving at half speed, and the ones who are already restrained cannot attack. So that was you, Anakis.
I think they can attack, they just can't do it, they get disadvantage.
Oh yeah. That's it. So this one here is restrained, so he's going to try and do a strength saving throw to fight himself 3, and he's going to fail. This one is the one who was hammering on the door to begin with, is going to, and has just taken a scorch ray to the face, is going to try and lurch in, but there's not really a lot of space there, so he's kind of stuck in the side. Dotan.
Yes. Okay. So that one is not restrained, is that right?
Correct. So the ones with the little net symbol are the ones that are restrained.
Correct. So just to make it as difficult as possible for them, I'm going to attack the one that is not restrained. So I'm going to pop away my hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
That means I'll only get 1 beacon.
That is correct, yes, because you are choosing to actually put something away as opposed to just chucking it. And
Cheeky sneak attack, but there you go.
Alright, 7 points of damage there. And Perry is going to do the same thing as slash for the one that is restrained. With his rapier. Waboosh. And that is going to be a hit and is enough to kill that one.
Hey,
Just going to get rid of it. Out the way.
Bottlenecking at its fucking finest.
Marcus. Now remember, you're not doing a concentration spell, so you are able to.
Because it was a scroll.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more the fact that entanglement is not a concentration spell.
I think the entangle of themselves though counts because it says concentration is a casting thing. So
No.
if you look at the spell itself, it says concentration 1 minute.
Wait, no,
Oh,
entangle.
you don't need to do
I've
that.
just looked at it.
Duration. Yeah, the spell duration, concentration up to 1 minute. Entangle.
Entangle duration just says up to 1 minute.
So the one I'm looking at, the D&D 5th edition on the eye.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, so yeah, it's concentration. Then. Let's just double check how that works with spell scrolls regarding spell casting, because it would make sense for it to be like fire and forget. But
Yeah.
I don't often do spell scrolls, to be honest.
It's often why mages tend to use scrolls so they don't expend their own mana.
Hmm. It's whether or not they still need to concentrate on it. I don't know if it even says this.
Loads of stuff like that that's not clear.
Yeah.
There's loads of
Well,
stuff like that.
I'll tell you
Generally,
what we're gonna
spells
do,
just scrolls.
and this is regardless of whether or not it's the actual rule. This is going to be my rule on this bit. A scroll cast spell, and unless a thing is able to resist its ability, will always last its full amount of time when cast from a scroll.
Okay, so I don't need to concentrate on it.
You don't need to concentrate on this one, no.
Cool. Now, from Riley, would you say Marcus saw Perry get hit quite heftily there, so that I can cast intuitively without, of course, saying, "What's your health?" Blah blah blah.
No, it didn't seem to get hit that hard at all.
Well, I think I got crit earlier.
He doesn't seem to be bleeding that badly or anything.
Okay. For now then.
I'm telling you that he is not missing a significant chunk of hit points. It's basically what I'm telling you there.
I don't really know what to do. I'm not really a ranged fighter anymore. I wasn't really that ranged. Do what?
How long's your pole?
It's not a reach. It's not a reach weapon.
Oh,
It's a spear, not a polearm.
right.
How far do you think I could throw? Okay. I'm gonna throw a puffball, or try my best to throw the puffball around the outside the.
Oh,
Pokeball,
Okay.
go!
I don't think I added in what all the puffballs were actually. I don't think I added them into this game.
Oh no.
You can still do it. I'll just work on it.
I'm gonna try and throw a puffball right there.
All right.
Poof, Pika, Pee!
Okay. Let's see which one it is.
The Mimikyu comes out. Pikachu, what happened to you?
Let me just double check which one this is.
I think he had an elk, a badger.
No. I've rolled a dice, so I need to double check exactly which one it is
There's
because
some I actually haven't
it's
found just yet.
a dice that basically it's a random effect that tells you exactly which one it is.
Oh, okay.
And it's the dice does that. So yeah, I suspected that might have been it. Hang on. Moment bitter. I will tell you now, Paul. It is not a badger. It is not a badger.
It's not a badger, no.
A badger would be quite funny.
The badger did work last time, okay? He
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was
badger.
that was fucking fearsome.
They are fucking fearsome. They're dangerous creatures.
Hey, Snow.
Hang on, was it a were badger or something? Badger Prime.
It's just Aratel, the one with the sharp fangs.
It is very annoyingly not letting me create this character sheet. But it is a giant elk.
Yeah, represent.
Moo!
I mean, I've got my giant elk form on here.
Oh god, no, please don't.
Yeah.
There's not enough space in this corridor as is. We don't
You
need a
probably
giant
could
elk
like
in here
hold
as well.
all of them back. With...
Oh, you know what? I'm actually just going to use that.
I was gonna say that's why I was pointing out. Maybe you could just use the giant elk form.
Yeah, we'll just use.
no,
No, that's elk form. That's the wrong one. I want to use that one.
There we are. Looking bigger. Looking better.
It acts on your turn, I believe, doesn't it?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can't see as-
But you can't do anything with it this turn, though.
Yeah. No. That's fine. I
Uh,
can't see what it sees though, so I'm just gonna charge it in the dark.
Azra,
Hello!
it's your turn.
It is. Right, I am going to hit this cluster right here when it decides to ping it because it's not. Why aren't you pinging? Ping!
Left click and hold.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're on.
That would be why.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to hit this cluster of 3 here, this top 3, with a Bane.
Okay.
Boom!
Is Phantasmal Force a concentration?
No.
Is it not? That's a weird one. That feels like one of the spells that should be a concentration spell.
Don't question it. Shh. I'm going to end my turn with a nice D chord.
Oh, it's an instantaneous. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you put a thing in someone's head, so it's in their head. It's their problem then.
Oh wait, no, that's the one for Bane, isn't it? That's what we decided on. What you decided on. What I decided on.
That's my Bane song.
No, Paul. When it fails, it just disappears. So that's those with the Baned, and then this ghoul that is restrained. I'm going to have to move the elk slightly so I can actually select the token, because otherwise I'm going to have some issues here. It is restrained. Is this one restrained? This one is a restrained one. It's going to attempt to have at the ghoul, the thingy, the elk, because there's a giant elk.
No, it's not. Where did you get that idea from?
And it's going to miss, I think. Yes, it is going to miss. That's unfortunate for the ghoul. Then it says the other restrained ghoul is going to try to break free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And what's your? No, that's not fine. It failed.
Fucking elk taking up half the fucking room.
There it is. This ghoul that is basically just in its own mind is surrounded by ice and is unable to really do anything. So, and it is also restrained as well. So it's double restrained. This one that is restrained and baned and restrained is going to try to attack Dotan with a disadvantaged claw strike.
It can fuck right off.
And going to roll a 10 overall.
Yep, it fucks right off.
And that ghoul is dead, so it comes up the list. This ghoul is going to... oh no, it's restrained. Oh, bugger. No, there we go. Right, it's going to try to break free so that it can move. And is going to fail. Anakis.
I am going to try a new spell.
A new spell?
Woo!
I'm going to aim the location of it right here to be the thing.
What are we doing?
Aim it right there, and I am going to shatter.
I love Shatter. That's a brilliant spell. That
This has worked out so well. Shatter.
that hasn't. Let me double check your character sheet because that hasn't cast properly. But Shatter is a fantastic spell.
They've all piled together. It's lovely.
It's
You know
a
when
fucking
Thor
devastating
lands in
spell.
amongst a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that.
Oh, cool.
Is it
I
not?
was thinking more it like manifests a crystal and then like explodes it everywhere, but
No, it's like a sonic boom.
Yeah.
Hang on, it hasn't added the spell in.
Now is it not? Sorry.
No, hang on. I saw that quickly. Because this is one of the spells that is in here.
Didn't we have a very long, almost session-long discussion on exactly what would happen if someone let off shatter in a room full of fog?
Oh my god. These fucking cat sheet is being an absolute pain. I'm going to quickly close that one and that one because these are being a little bit on the crap side. I might even need to refresh my view. Add that spell. Go on. Go on. Process it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Right, now cast it.
Chew it.
Okay, now you can.
See if it works. If not, I'll do one more change.
Can you shout Shoryuken at the same time?
You have edit mode. Shoryuken!
Yeah.
That works.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that works.
Nice!
It is a horrendously damaging spell.
Have the power!
Oh, that's rupturing brains.
So what is it? It's
Shocking.
Constitution saving throws, isn't it? Right, okay.
But why is a thunder spell called Shatter? Sounds like an
It's not. It's just does thunder damage.
Thunder is more. It's not rather than lightning.
Basic.
Thunder is like force.
Yeah. So
shattering, it's a shattering boom.
thunder is basically sonic damage.
Yeah. It's like shattering eardrums, shattering the sound barrier. That's
Yeah.
why I think it's called shatter.
Because there is actually force damage is actually in existence as well.
A quick
But yeah.
load of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on this saving throw. Right, any more of those
Indeed.
construct bastards?
Boom.
No, I'm sorry. You think that they're constructs? That's interesting.
We've got this fun image.
Thunder is to do with a loud rumbling or crashing.
Right. So how many of these are left? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 Constitution saving throws starting left to right there. Okay, so
Got like this fun image of like Azra and Anakis just like coming together and just like plugs in like a thing into his fucking
Oh my
guitar.
God.
And just
No, I can imagine like Anakis looks at you, uses a staff like a microphone, and does that kind of like
what is your spell DC, your spell save DC?
Oh, it's brilliant.
And I-
Spell save DC.
fucking grabs a bat out of the air and
Guys, shut up for a second. We're working out the spell.
15.
15, right? Okay, so that one also does take the full damage.
And we're working out the fluff.
Shut up! And this one has also failed. Jesus Christ, these guys are not doing well on the whole saving throws and shit. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now these are all of them are basically taken full amount of damage on this. But this is why it's a level 2 spell, because it is fucking horrendous. That one's dead. And that one is quite badly wounded. These all they all get out, just knocked down to the ground and like, you know, thrown about like rag dolls. These guys have not at all had anywhere near a fun time. They have really had a heck of a mess made of them. Because that has basically hit all of them. Is it quite close enough to hit the elk? No, it's not quite close enough to hit the elk, is it? Really?
10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Look at the gloves are off.
As fun as it would be to make it hit the elk.
That would be funny, but
The
no.
elk just sort of wobbles slightly due to its large. That just
fucking freaks out.
Blowing behind me, like I've just witnessed the nuclear explosion, and I will turn round to him and I will smile, and there'll be a little tear in my eye.
I'm so proud of you.
I just look out. I'll just glance back. I was saving that for a special occasion.
That one.
I'm gonna turn to Anakis and just like, dude.
This one is going to attempt to claw up the thing and is going to not hit the elk. Or not puncture its hide, at least. Oops. And that ghoul is dead. Dotan.
Right, I'm going to start wading in.
Pretty tough act to follow, isn't it?
Don't forget that area is going to be difficult terrain.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just remember that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get to the end of this turn order, and then we're going to take a break so that I can go and get myself another drink. So we'll take a little 5-minute break once we've gone through this full pass of the turn order, because I imagine by then they'll have cleared this room and they'll be able to gather their thoughts.
That's that fucker there.
Uh,
Hit. I don't think it does.
the 21 does though, so and he's quite weak. He's quite weak already from the effects of that shatter. Deed. Indeed. Should remove the deed ones. There we go. Perry will step in and attempt to dispatch the last one. I've got to open up his character sheet again, because that's why the thing I was trying to do before wasn't working, because character sheets were open as popped out ones. That'll do it.
So is that a din as well?
That is a din as well.
Fuck these guys.
Marcus. Oh, these are ghouls. These aren't zombies.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. Dude.
Ghouls go down. Ghouls actually go down quite easily. The reason why they're considered to be more dangerous is because of that poison, which is a paralyzing effect. So they can very, very quickly and easily get to the point of just murdering the shit out of a party as soon as one of them lands a blow that actually does poison somebody.
They're those ones that.
Unless the sorcerer does shatter and kills them all.
Yeah, that's the thing is if they go down pretty easy, but you need to deal with them, because if they have enough opportunity to actually start landing attacks, a party will get fucked up.
How does difficult terrain work again?
Half movement.
Half.
Oh, okay. So basically, to get through that, I need 5.
So each 5 feet is 10 feet.
Yeah. So that would take 10, 20. Then that's 25. I've moved 5 already, so I should be able to get here. Oh, there's quite a few more.
I mean, sure, just about.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a stretch. And the only reason I'm going to let you do that is because you're the one that cast the spell and you're a druid.
Well, I mean, moving there was 5 foot. Then moving
Yeah.
through there would go through the diagonals there, so that would be 10 to 20.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit of a. It's you're being you're generous with your movement, but you're fine. Because it's
I think I did that with advantage. But
you did not do it with advantage. You just missed it.
No, I was just making sure because I was going for one that wasn't advantage, but with our last fight I got it.
Oh no, they are restrained, so you should have advantage. Actually, roll that attack again. Yeah, you do manage to hit, and you dispatch that one. Finish it off.
Aha!
Azra,
Oh,
it's your turn.
I'm gonna move to Var. I think I can do that, right?
It's like 20 feet, yeah.
Yeah, you can get to there.
Cool. And I'm gonna hit this one, hopefully, with an arrow.
With an arrow.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm gonna hit it with Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Because it might be a better idea. Ah, it was a better idea.
And you do dispatch it as well.
Nice.
Cast it to death.
Yeah. Could you suck? You're not worth anything. Hope you die. You're gonna die.
They're ghouls. That's the thing. When you start putting ghouls down, they go down quick and easy. It's dead. That was dead. That was dead.
You
That was
are
dead.
dead.
That was dead.
Dead.
Anakis.
Hang on. Did the elk get a go on the druid's turn?
I don't know. Did Marcus remember to do a turn for the elk on the druid's turn?
Never
I'll
mind
be
then.
honest, no, I was just stunned by its beauty.
He's just there for ornamentation at this point.
He's just a big plushy distraction. Yeah.
Yeah, he served as a distraction, so he still had a use. My friend.
I mean, it lasts until the next morning, so you can have it wandering around with you. How it's going to get through any of the other doors is quite intriguing.
Quantum staircase.
But no, I mean, like, you know, he threw the puffle through this door, you know, this 5 foot wide door that you guys stepped through.
Yeah.
He is a lot more than 5 feet wide.
I'll be honest. I didn't really think about the outcome of the aftermath. Really, I kind of just thought what would be cool in the situation at hand. I went through with it. I'll deal with that later.
Fair enough. Anakis.
Well, I'm just going to move that one space. I've not got enough movement to get through to keep up with everyone else, so I'll just take one step and go, hello!
Hi.
Hola.
Hola.
And then the ghoul. Oops.
Oh.
Accidentally clicked the token for that. Move that
I
way.
wish to kill the things.
The ghoul is going to turn, seeing Marcus, and deciding that he's somewhat more delightful and delicious, and is going to turn and go at him with claws. 17.
It hits.
That's 8 points of slashing damage. What are you again?
Awesome.
Your race.
I am a Asamir.
Then you will be rolling a Constitution saving throw as regular.
As regular. Constitution saving a throw.
Yeah, so you are not poisoned or paralyzed for this. Dot Tan. I know we said once we get to the top of the order, but he's got one ghoul left. We'll finish the ghoul off and then we'll break.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to dash. 10, 20.
Then the
40,
move to move. Yeah.
50, 60. And then I'm going to use my action to stab this fucker in the back at advantage because it's flanked.
Yes.
Sec.
And that'll do it. You finished him off.
Sweet!
Oops. Fucking elk.
God, that would have been shit otherwise.
Rightio. So that's that. You have finished off the last ghoul that was there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little 5-minute break here, so I can get myself another cup of coffee. Yes, we shall be back in a few minutes.
Namaste.
Nice.
Un momento.
There we go. We are back. So sorry for being slightly late on that one. But you know, it's just when you're making coffee, sometimes the kettle doesn't boil in time. When you've set yourself a timer. Thanks, Kettle, for being amazing. We love you, Kettle. Yes. So the party have just finished dealing with a selection of ghouls, and they are no longer in combat. So they've got a moment to gather their thoughts. If I open this up. So we'll close down the turn order for the moment. Actually, I'm going to clear it first. And close it. So, as we normally do in these sorts of scenarios, whilst you are not actively in combat, you've got pretty much freedom of movement and stuff.
I
So,
would like to investigate these crystal thingies.
okay, well, before you do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the room that you're in. Because that may help to answer some questions that you may have coming up about as well. So yeah, so the room you're in, instead of being like the previous room you just come from, where there's very clear there's a ceiling, this room is sort of like where there would be a ceiling, and there would be, as you've seen before, like the great arches of stone and masonry work. This now there's it's almost like some form of shield or force field of some type, and when you're looking up through it, you can see that there is large amounts of, for all the world, they look like fish. You know, it seems almost as if you're underwater.
So there's like a force field above us,
Yeah.
amongst the arches, and then above that there's water, and we can see.
Yeah, so it looks as if the force field is holding the water back.
Is that another door? At the west of the room then.
There are. You can see looking around. There's doors here.
Oh, okay, so there's a door on each wall.
Yeah, there's a door. You see the little gaps where. So there's a door there.
Hmm.
There's a door up here, and there's a door down here.
Rule of left, go south.
Go for it.
I want to have a look at these crystals.
Oh, the crystals. There doesn't seem to be any markings or anything on them at all. You don't really. You're not sure what the ghouls were doing with them. There don't seem to be any marks or anything on the crystals that really give away any indication of what they were doing with them. They are just these great glowing crystals that seem to have grown here by whatever means.
On the 4, I will mutter to myself, classy.
That was actually technically a critical fail because you rolled at advantage when you should be rolling at advantage, and the first number that was rolled was a 1. Technically, it's a critical fail. But there is nothing. I'll tell you now. You did not discover anything about these crystals.
Anyone else? Dead air. Anyone else?
I'm gonna pat the elk.
I'm not. I haven't uploaded the elk sound into this game, so you're not. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the sound.
No.
I don't think
It makes that weird sort of like screech sound, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the sound far from the other game. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Onwards and away, chaps.
I'm guessing by the intimidating silence that we're all done in here. So
Okay.
Can I do a stealth check and have a peek through this door?
You can have a little peek through the door. The door opens easily. It's not locked or anything. This one isn't.
I'm gonna stay away from the door this time.
I just
Yes,
have-
please
I just
do.
have a quick peek, see what's there. And if there's nothing that looks dangerous, you can just like slip. I'll just slip through.
Well, I'm going to move the door out of the way for you there.
Okay.
And I shall let you explore.
Traps. Not seen that.
Ah, you don't detect any traps?
Aha. Guys, there's a like a frog thing here.
Ribbit?
A what?
Terror? Oh god, they're mushrooms.
I
I've
can't
seen
select myself because the elk. Like my
a,
elk.
a frog statue and some mushrooms and whatever the hell those things are in the corner. Purple
What?
mushrooms?
I'm not gonna move because these things tend to end badly for me, so I'm gonna stay here and watch our backs. And the elk.
Perry's going to
He
step
can't
forward.
get through, so he's gonna just sit in that room and pine about not getting through.
I'm gonna stand at the door and pat the elk's head. Hi. What did we decide the elk's name was?
I can't remember.
I mean, it'll change every time because you're summoning a different creature. It's random what's going to come each time, so you don't even know if it's going to be the same
Animal
elk.
bro
It
next to
just
their name. So elk bro.
elk bro.
Got
Nice.
Hadja bro.
Brelk. Brelk.
There you go,
Roger.
bro at the beginning and then yeah.
Oh, come on.
Brad for short.
No, it's a frog.
That was my role for
No, I assumed as such.
that was for my traps. So, I haven't investigated the frog.
Yeah, it's
It's all a bit cryptic.
a frog.
Can I investigate these purple mushrooms?
You sure can.
Cool.
I'm just gonna admire the craftsmanship that went behind making said frog.
Investigation.
They are an unknown breed of purple mushrooms.
So it's just random fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I want to investigate the frog statue. I don't trust it. I want to investigate it, see if we can find anything.
I'm
I
gonna go back
want
to
to
the
pull its
door.
tongue.
Oh god, I'm definitely back at the door.
Right. So who's doing what with the frog?
I'm investigating the frog.
I'm admiring the
Yeah,
craftsmanship.
then it's a frog.
And then I'm going to pull its tongue.
Okie dokie. I need everyone to stop where they are right now.
There we go. Good job.
There we go.
Why don't you all give me an initiative roll?
Jesus. 28.
Ooh, everyone in their 20s. What the fuck?
I ain't actually. It's annoying me that it's doing that each time. I'm gonna change that now. Bear me a second.
I'm at 19.
To add a modifier for ability check.
If the frog speaks, can it sound like what's his face? Can't remember his
Yeah.
bloody name.
Kermit.
No. I was gonna have him. Christopher Walken. No, I am a
I mean,
frog.
the frog
Damn.
the frog is not going to speak.
Damn it.
Unfortunately for you there. But as you look up, you hear basically you hear the Murloc sound. Yeah, and erupting through the shielding that is above.
Oh dear. It's Murlocs.
They're actually called Sahuagin.
Ah, Sahagin. Yeah.
Wow! Now that's a great god! Wow!
Oh jeez.
Well, they're religious.
And their little frog god.
They can
So-
speak, they're intelligent.
They are vaguely they mostly speak their own language. They don't actually know common, but for the purposes of this and giving you guys some context, they do know common. They know that phrase in common, and that's it.
So that's basically it.
Yeah, that's as much common as they know. Dotan, you are the first. Actually, I haven't put Perry in yet. Bear me a sec. Have I put Perry in yet? I don't think I have.
No, you
I
haven't.
haven't. Okay. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Right, okay, Dotan.
Typical. I get a 28 and I'm not sure if I should just hit these things or not.
They are brandishing a selection of weapons at you.
Very
I say
interesting.
I say a selection of weapons. It's mostly spears.
Yeah, I'm just going to stab this one.
Okay.
When it lets me use my sheet. Have I got this in edit mode? I have.
Oh no, sorry, I left it on edit mode from putting in the initiative modifier. Sorry. Is that meant to be an advantage? Is it because of the whole assassin thing there, an advantage for your first attack?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is 11 points of damage. Wow!
Oh, and because I had advantage, I did get sneak attack as well.
You do. So that is quite badly wounded, that one is. Anakis.
Right. If I try to walk away from this Sahagin behind me, does it get an attack opportunity?
Depending on where you move to, possibly.
I was going to plan on moving to.
If you leave its area of influence, then yes, it will get an attack opportunity against you.
I was planning on moving a bit there so I've got some range so I don't have a disadvantage spellcast.
No, it's up to you.
Have we got any unranged attacks, melee attacks? I don't know.
Let's see if this works.
Shocking touch.
they've got that burning hands thing as well with the cone of fire.
Actually, I've got burning hands. That's right. Forgot about that.
That's more of an AoE spell.
Yeah, what was it, like a 10-foot cone or something?
15-foot cone.
Holy shit! Right, we get 2 of them.
Yeah, right. Thanks. I was going to try to hit it with a dagger. Burning hand. Let's see. Dagger, burning hand. Dagger, burning hand. Dagger, burning hand.
Cook them. We'll have fish for tea.
Oh shit! I forgot she was Nebula.
Holy shit!
Animations, production quality.
So they have dexterity saving throws, and that one fails. That one fails. So they both take 17 points of fire damage.
Grilled fish, anyone?
Indeed.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, how sick.
Of course, the next trick is when you face off against gnolls, I'm going to have you then telling you not to take their candles. Because all of the rip-off, we love it. Perry is going to look around at the fact that of how they are attacking, and that the one over here is unmolested, and will leap into action to attempt to deal with it.
To molest it.
And will hit it for 15 points of damage.
Oh, these guys are getting fucked up.
Marcus!
Hello. Okay. So after grilling a fish, you're supposed to poke it to make sure it's fully cooked.
Well, go ahead.
Bloody hell! Get the fuck in.
Does not appear to be dead. Appears
Sorry.
to still be
Hang on. Sorry, I was sorting something else at the same time. So you attack the one that's right in front of you, so that one there, it does indeed die. Aizra!
Oh, I'm gonna get this one with a high velocity stick.
Go for it, son.
I will once my character sheet starts being my character sheet. Zoom!
And that will miss.
Of course it will. Good.
And it is turn of this Sahuagin, which is going to go to give a bit of an attack. Now, you do not have all of your hit points, do you, Dotan?
Not all of them, no.
Oh, well, this thing is going to foam at the mouth and attack you with. It's going to strike in, try to bite you, and then it's going to stab you with its spear.
Nice.
And so it gives you a biting of 2 points of damage.
There's not
It rolled a 22.
Yeah.
You normally complain if I ask you for 22 hits your armor class and this stuff. So I thought, oh, I'll just skip over that bit. And now you're like, oh, does it hit me? Yes, it does. And you know, it's not even going to use its spear. Whilst it's biting you, it's going to then claw at you as well. And for another 3 points of slashing damage on top. And that Sahuagin is dead. This Sahuagin is going to see notice the arrow going past it, because these things are actually quite intelligent. And it's going to extend its hands behind it in a very Naruto style and a weird side-to-side loping gait, going to run towards you. You know exactly what that looks like. You all know exactly what that looks like.
No, I've never done it in my life.
If you
Killer clone jutsu.
and it's going to leap at you and attempt to give you a nibbling. 4 points of piercing damage with its bite. And 5 points of piercing damage with its slashing claws. And I need you to pick me a number between 1 and 100.
37.
37.
So I'm on 19, right?
You have just taken a total of 9 points of damage from start.
Yeah, I had 21, so that's 19. Question mark? Look, we all know maths is not my strong point.
No. So you've just taken... Yeah, so you're on 21, then you'll be on...
Oh, yeah, right. So 12.
Yeah.
Remember, you can just click on your character and
I know.
just put the thing in at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
I just had to
20,
tap it first.
27. So 27 we got on that bit. So it didn't actually do a lingering damage to you. No lingering injury.
Woot.
And then it is the turn of the Sargon that is facing off against Perry, and is going to attack Perry with a bite and a claw. 7 points of damage there. Someone pick it up between 1 and 100 for Perry.
69.
50.
I was about to say 60.
I think Dotan gets to pick it because Dotan's married to him
It
after
was
all.
going to be between
82,
69 or 42, so...
So that's a no on that one, but it does still take 7 points of damage from that. And then with the claws, do not land though, so that's 7 points minus 7. Dotan, it is your turn.
I would like to use my bonus action to disengage. And then sneak in behind this bastard
Okay.
and give him an advantage booping or poking.
Yep.
And then one of them as well.
And that is enough to finish it off.
Nice.
Arnakis.
Well, I've caught towards Azra, so I'm going to just throw some fire at it.
And that firebolt splashes off the back of its head. It gurgles angrily. Perry is going to turn and engage it. Don't know anymore, so close that sheet, and then Perry's sheet's here. Rapier is going to finish that one off. And Marcus.
Just so I don't forget about my friend, he sees what's going on in that room, kind of. I can't see what he sees, but I can see something. So he's gonna come over here. I can't rotate him right now. What's that? Oh, there we go. Is that okay? Can I do the boop there?
You can do the boop
What
there.
boops?
That's fine, you can do that.
Sweet. Okay, you're gonna boop him. You're gonna ram him. Yeah. He says.
Yeah, that's weird. No, that is going to miss.
Oh no.
But I am so amazingly, awfully glad you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus sees the last one in this room, and he's going to have at him. Stab, but jab and attack. That's the signature move.
That is going to land a hit. That will actually finish that one off.
Yeah, get poked. I mean, I did it. That's more in character.
No, get poked is also in character.
Azra.
Hi. We're not entirely sure what's going on currently.
Well, you've just heard an awful lot of gurgling from behind you.
Oh, goody. In which case, then I suppose I best get out there and find out what's going on. Oh, God, no. Oh, well, I'm here now. Hi. Which case, then...
I'm here! You've got a spear! I better get used to it.
I've gone... Well, I need to stow my bow to hit something with a dagger.
you can either drop it for it to be a free action, but bear in mind your bow will then be on the floor, or if you can use your bonus action to actually stow it away.
Right, then I'm gonna. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna stow my bow and pull out my rapier and try and jab this monkey in the face.
Go for it.
Fuck.
That is going to miss, unfortunately.
Oh, good. Well, I'm a dead man. Nice knowing you guys.
Wow.
Oh, also, there's another 2 of these guys out here, so have fun.
Two, is it? He says, looking at the stream.
3.
3, is it? He says, looking at the stream.
Well, I can only see 2. Oh, never mind.
I like this. Is I can only see. Oh, the that moment of realization.
It was at this time he knew he fucked up.
Well, I'll tell you what. The dice gods are with you because these guys both just rolled very, very clean, solid hits and minimum damage. You've taken 4 points of piercing damage.
Good.
So the dice gods want you to not die yet. This one is going to attempt to attack the elk. Going to jab at it with its spear and try to bite it. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ooh, crikey, son. Well, one of those is a critical hit. So 7 points of damage on the thing from its spear, and then 7 points from its bite. And these, so here again, all seem to roll the same turn order. This is very unusual. And spear and bite, and only 3 points of damage from that one. And that Surgeon is dead. That Surgeon is there. And that's 7. You're quite lucky you managed to put this thing down here because this is tanking all these freaking hits for you. You guys would be getting rushed by Sahuagin.
Poor Brelk, taking so much damage.
Brelk is a bro. Absolute bro. Is this one not in the turn order? No, that one's there, and then that one's there. Oh, okay, cool, that makes sense. Right, Dotan.
I'm guessing that I would hear the kerfuffle.
Yeah, you've heard the elk practically screaming, and the a lot of gurgling.
Gurgle.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck this dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Penny will like that.
No, he doesn't mind watching. And then let's have a look. Those. One of those. And does the elk count as an ally for the purposes of my sneak attack?
You know what? Yeah, I will say that just because the sheer size of it is going to be a bit of a distraction.
Cool.
So that's 19. Oh, nice. 19.
Get the fuck.
That is a very strong attack. Strong boy.
Strong.
Anakis.
Okay, so let's turn here. Let's go 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4. Okay. So I see 3 targets, which is just enough targets for a scorching ray.
Down we go.
Now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
The first attack actually. Oh no, the first attack does just about hit. So yeah, so that's 636. So that's which one? This one.
More of a singeing.
No. Okay,
Oh no, this one. Yeah, this one.
that one.
That one, and then the one at the back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's 636. So 6. 3. 6. Okay. So Well, the Sahagin that you've just attacked screeches out in pain and is going to then rush forward. 1, 2, 3. To try and attack Dotan. And lunging in with its spear for a 15.
15 beats.
2 points of piercing damage. And following up with a bite for another 2 points of piercing damage. And one here is going to attempt to give you a stabbing as well. That is actually going to miss. And 3 points of piercing damage from a bite. Perry is going to go, not today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically just be standing under the elk's face. Because he can reach that far and because he's a small creature, he's allowed to do that.
It's a fucking elk. I think pretty much any of us could stand under its head.
Yeah, that is true. And he's going to slash him with his rapier. And quite handily eviscerate that one. Marcus,
Yes.
it's your turn.
First, it would get me all the way to there. Yeet. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I feel so sorry for Bro. Bro's so
say, welcome to
lonely.
the party. Is
Oh.
the elk going to join us?
Well, if it's the party, then we need more people, so I'm gonna throw another puffle.
Ha!
Of course you are. Ping it.
Hang on, do you have to roll to see what it's going to be? In which case, it could possibly be another
Yeah,
elk.
it could be another elk.
Ah! Let it be another elk.
I can tell you now, it's not another elk.
Aww.
Of course it is.
Is it a
bear.
dire bear?
No, it's not a dire bear.
Badger.
It's not a badger.
It's a murloc.
It's not a murloc.
Is that a dire wolf?
It's a friendly boy is what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Just be a large marshmallow.
One friendly boy. Coming here to help us. I wanna be the very best. No one ever wants to help them is my real test.
Of course you're singing that, and because you're singing that, I'm now going to say this. I'm going to go ahead and say, Houndoom, I choose you.
Yeah, it's Briar Wolf.
That just sounds like a wolf that's made out of, like, weeds.
Yeah, it basically is a Houndoom.
It's a bramble wolf.
Oh my god. Okay. Elk, my friend. You have 2 people here, so Elk's gonna hit that one.
Look, I've it's let me make a what's name a character sheet for the direwolf this time as well.
I might just roll a D20 odds and evens depending on which one it attacked. I don't think it would plan ahead to go advantage hit. So evens will be the one directly in front of it. Odds will be the one between it and that. Evens is going to attack this guy. And it's going to go bam.
Which one is it attacking?
The one in front of it. They rolled evens.
Okay, so and that one takes 12 points of damage. You know you can set the character sheet to being all instead of GM, right?
Oh, how do you do that?
There's a bit at the top
output, yeah.
output, yeah.
Oh, I need access. I need to click on the Direwolf character sheet.
I haven't given you access to the direwolf character sheet
Oh.
yet. Hang on a sec.
That's
Let
fine.
me just give it to you quickly.
worries.
There you go. Now you can access it.
Yay.
Right, so that's you've done your move and your action was to summon the thing, and then on its turn it did that. Azra,
Hi.
with your apparent brush with death.
Yeah, I'm not going to make the mistake of running away to heal this time. I'm going to stand in front of this Murloc and heal this time. Yay,
10 points.
that's better. And then I'm going to stand ready. Not that it's going to make any difference.
No, it's not. No, you're right. You're all right. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It might be fine.
You're going to die.
Yep.
I mean, the dice seem to love you on that last one, so you should be okay. Grarg with a bite, that will miss, and stab with a spear, that hits. So that is 7 points of piercing damage from the spear, and I need a number from you between 1 and 100.
42.
59. This one is going to turn and try to attack the dire wolf, and with its spear and a bite, and it will do 2 points of damage to it. Hang on. And then the next Sahuagin is going to continue trying to attack the elk. With a bite that hits and a spear that does not hit. That much. And then the Sahuagin, which is already quite badly wounded, is going to continue trying to have at it with a bite that hits and a spear that also hits for 10 points total. Dotan.
She gonna move to there and stab this one time.
One stab one time.
Chris.
That is going to miss.
Okay, and then she's gonna stab him the second time.
That's also going to miss. That is unfortunate.
Yes.
Ernakis.
Oh, right.
What we're probably going to do, guys, probably finish this combat and then we'll end the session once this particular combat is finished.
Pokey pokey.
Oh, boy.
So you don't
Nice.
think we're all gonna die then? That's nice.
I see friends.
I said once this combat is finished. I didn't say who was going to win. I mean, one way or another, we're ending the session once this combat is finished.
I see many friends. I'm going to look at this guy right there, and he is firebolt to the face.
It's almost like it knows that fire, and these things are water. I'll be honest, there is no actual correlation there, but it's like the dice seems to be all like, no, we're not gonna worry about letting fire hurt these guys.
Well, are they made of water, or did
They are not made of water, but the dice seem to think they are. It's quite adorable. That one is deed. That one is alive. So that one is going to give Dotan a bit of a stab and a bite. Did Mickey just disconnect?
I'm refreshing because I can't find the dire wolf still.
It's further down in the list. It's down by handouts. Should be.
I can only see characters, players.
Oh, right, no, hang on. It's because even though you can control it, it's not in your journal. That's why. That's a weird thing. I don't know why it lists them separately. There you go. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry about
That's right.
that. So this I'm going to give Dotan a bite. For 2 points of piercing damage and a stab with the spear. 15?
Meets beats.
3 points of piercing damage, so that's 5 points of damage total you've just taken.
Oh shit.
Ow, hot coffee, hot.
Yeah.
Perry is going to be none too keen on that. And is
How
going
much was that
to...
last one? Sorry, was it 3?
So the first attack hit you for 2, second attack hit you for 3.
I hit the wrong corner of the numpad and accidentally took off 9.
Perry is going to dart forward and attempt to dispatch this foe. I've got to open up his catch sheet again, because for some reason his catch sheet closed on me. Don't know why it did that, but there we go. And with his rapier, that'll definitely do it. That was dead. He'd already been wounded, so there's no way in hell it's surviving a critical hit. And now that he's there, he's also... I'm going to get rid of that one out of the way. Get these out of the way. Get these all out of the way. He's going to move... So he moved 5... Then you're going to go 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. And Marcos.
Oh, okay then. Here we go. Indigo League time. Running. That's not even where I am, mate. There we go, up there. Bam. Sup, G. Let's make a character. Such a bad human being. Everything is loading super slow for me. Sorry.
Sorry?
Everything is loading.
Stab to death.
The one right in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
You do indeed. Congratulations.
Oh, I didn't actually think it'd kill it. Oh no. What I say is law. That way. This one can only attack that way. Does it gain advantage since they're both my summons?
Yeah, it's a flanked. It is a flanked enemy, so yeah, it will gain advantage on that.
Double checking if they get the advantages or not. There's one,
Okay.
and then I've still got Wolf Boy over here, Briar Wolf. That's 2. And that'd be my turn.
And it has to make strength saving throw, otherwise it is dragged down to the ground.
Oh my god, these guys are a killer combination.
And he's still standing.
That's cool. I was just thinking, because the elk can deal, one of his attacks is like, I think 4d8. But only
Yeah,
if
if it moves more than 20 feet in its turn, then does a ram attack, then it becomes a charging attack, and it does a huge amount of burst damage.
The damage does 4d8 damage, but you can only do it to prone creatures, and then the direwolf can prone creatures.
Oh, that bit, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Ezra,
Hi.
what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my last spell slot, level 1 spell slot, on this guy. To hit him with the dissonant whispers. I'm going to spew forth horrible things about him and his family.
So, wisdom saving throw. And it takes half damage. He rolls a 15. Doki, that Sogan is now going to attack you back with a bite, which misses, and a spear attack, which also misses.
Hooray!
And this Sogan that is completely surrounded is going to try and attack the dire wolf with a bite that hits, and a spear attack that also hits for a total there of...
Oh god, I just realised how much health the elk has left.
Well, it has been being wailed on for about 3 turns.
Oh, poor Brok. Oh. Underappreciated Brok.
This again is going to turn to try and attack the smaller somewhat more easily attacked prey, is what it's thinking.
Yeah.
With a bite that actually does it, and a spear that does not. So, evidently, as Perry is parrying the spear out of the way, he leaves himself open in such a way that it's able to go in and give him a bit of a nip. The next Hogan is Dotan.
Oh dear. This one's yeah. Have some of that.
And that is enough to finish that one off.
Sweet.
Okay.
Ernakis.
Sorry, dwarf hit me on the
Okay, so I turn round and I look at this one. It's Azra and it's Garny. Ray of Frost. I'm going to hit it with a Ray of Frost.
I hate to break it to you, but you're not.
Oh well, I tried.
Good effort.
I like to imagine that Manakis, if he fails like a spell, doesn't get frustrated. It's just like, I tried it. That's how it is.
Perry is going to 1, 2, 3 combat slide under the elk's neck and come up slashing at the Sargon that's been harrying Azrael this time. That actually should have been done at advantage, so I'm going to roll it against in case it's a crit. And would you look at that? It is.
Oh, good. So I'm dead.
What?
What now? He wasn't attacking.
What?
me, I don't think.
Yeah, Perry's friendly fire.
This is Perry.
When DK controls our characters, they're gonna
Yeah. When if I've got if I ever have to proxy a character, then that's it. They go rogue completely.
they don't even know anymore.
Yeah. Is that one did. And Marcus.
Come over here, and while I'm gonna do that one leg hop attack thing with a spear and scream, "No one touches my animal friends!" and then stab.
So you say the one leg hop attack thing? Do you mean you're Brad Pitting?
I think so. I don't even know
Yeah.
what Brad Pitt is.
You've never
don't
seen
think-
Troy. You must have seen Troy if you're using that reference.
Probably seen a gif of it.
Yes.
I can't remember. Let me double check.
I'm not sure at this point.
Exactly, I think.
that-
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking of. But I was thinking,
Though he does it with a sword though.
yeah, the person I was thinking of is from For Honor, and he does it with a sword too. But yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Where do you think Verona got it from?
Probably, yeah. I think it's probably just a quite a well-known attack, though.
Yeah, it is. Ever since the first time that it was done in the film Troy, and then they had some combat martial arts specialist person or whatever it was did a breakdown on it because everyone was taking the piss out of it. Someone did a breakdown on this whole thing of the silliness of weirdness and things, and then this guy looked at it and went, well, actually what he's doing there is he's making his body as much on one single plane as possible to try and drive all the force thing, and so they worked out that actually it's more effective to do that, but no one really understands the physics of
How
why.
martial arts, that's how we're supposed to approach with an attack as well.
Yeah.
If they're too far away, just fucking run at them and punch like that.
Yeah.
So,
That is enough
to
to
get an advantage.
You don't need to. You've killed it.
What, within that one? Is his AC that low?
Do you want to have another look at what you've rolled? Do you want to just double check it again?
Oh, okay, I thought I rolled that one to hit. I started freaking out. I was like, oh, I fucked up. When you said I hit it, I was just like, okay, so you know what? Marcus is drunk. Which means I'm drunk now.
Just
That's how they-
beset on all sides by. Anyway, there we go. Well done. You've cleared that wave of so again.
Woo.
So we are going to end the session there. So yeah, we'll end the recording bit for it, and then I'm going to find someone to host, which is probably going to be Unlikely GM because it's a Sunday. So, thank you very much for joining us, and we shall see you all next time. And also, actually, the one thing I should mention as well, now that we are back on this bit too, is starting tomorrow, I have a new job. Now, this doesn't affect the stream times or anything at all, doesn't affect anything like that, but it does mean that I will soon be earning a proper wage again, which means that I will actually be able to start funding giveaways and stuff again from when I used to be able to do it. So, hopefully soon, we'll be able to start doing some giveaways for the models, which I've put together through Hero Forge, and hopefully now, if you guys would like them, we can make it so that you can potentially get access to the heroes of the campaigns. So yes.
Oh yeah, I always forget as well. There you go. I always forget. There you go. Prime sub.
Oh, that hasn't come up. That's weird.
Oh, I think I get mine too. Yeah, I do. Bomb.
It has not come up. Why has it not come up? How peculiar.
Well, it's there anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you very much for that, guys. Yes. So we'll end the recording there. And we will be back tomorrow night with the Monday Bears, and I will possibly be crying because of tiredness, maybe, because I'll be at work again. But we'll see what happens. So yes, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be seeing you next time. So we say bye-bye to these two people. Say bye-bye, you two. Bye-bye.
Bye.